to our second video in our series on global employability. Hi, my name is Richard Coller. I'm the Director of Professional Readiness Programs and a lecturer here at the SP Jain School of Global Management on the Sydney campus. Well, you might remember our first video. We talked and introduced the concept of global employability, but we focused in very much on that word curiosity. You might even recall that great saying that I mentioned, penned by George Bernard Shaw, the famous playwright, when he said, "The difference between you and I is you see things and you ask why, where I see things and I ask why not." Let me tell you a brief story. Deepak Garg was a senior consultant and a senior executive with the McKinsey organisation in India. And Deepak was given what seemed to be a fairly complex problem, but he actually came up with a very simple solution. 1 million truck drivers in India travel the route from Delhi to Mumbai and Mumbai to Delhi, the round trip taking around 10 days. Now, he started to find out some very interesting facts. For example, one driver doing this route to and fro meant that on average he was only home with his family for around 2 days a month, and not to mention the exposure to risk, mortality, accidents, and a variety of other issues associated with that industry. So what he did was he investigated it by researching 100 of these truck drivers, and he found out all this information. So he then sat down and he analysed it, and he came up with a solution. Why? Why is this a problem? So why not do this? He broke the trip up into 5 segments. So the first driver drove the first segment, the second driver the second segment, the third driver the third segment, and so on. And then repeated that cycle in reverse on the back trip from Mumbai to Delhi. The results absolutely amazing. All of a sudden, these truck drivers were home many more nights a month for dinner with their families. And guess what else? Mortality dropped. Accidents dropped, and issues associated with the industry in general dropped, and people experienced business growth, productivity growth of up to 30%. Now, I say to you, there are many examples of this, and I'll give you another one that's actually centuries old. Isaac Newton saw an apple fall from a tree. He asked why, but millions of people before him had seen exactly the same thing. What did we end up with? We ended up with the universal theory of gravity. Simple as that. You know, to be a curious modern-day leader, you've got to ask yourself several questions. Do you want to follow the traditional route? And the answer is, you can't. You've got to be someone that's prepared to take risks. You've got to be someone that's prepared to take on tradition. You've got to be someone that's prepared to motivate, educate, and take people with you on this journey. Hey, we live in a world now of innovation. If you're not asking questions, you're going to get left behind big time. So let me share with you a few pointers that might help you on your journey to global employability and curious leadership. The first one I'd suggest to you is become an ardent reader. Read and read and read. Consult with people, not just technology. Talk to people, not just Google. Read books. Go to libraries. You will be absolutely fascinated with what you find. And of course, ask why not. The next one is have in your own mind a great library of facts and ideas. Become someone that's interested in everything. And look beyond puzzles, go to the mysteries. And lastly, evoke a culture of curiosity in your organisation. Don't discourage people to ask questions, encourage them. And then you too have the potential to become a leader, like the people responsible for the cloud, Bitcoin, WhatsApp, Amazon, and the list goes on. All curious people that gave us something that have changed our lives forever. And you know something else? The current NASA Mars project is called, yes, you guessed it, Curious. How about that? Well, that brings us to the end of our second video in the series on global employability. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll leave you with a thought. Answers do not change the world. Questions do. Thanks for joining us. I hope you'll join us for our third video, and I look forward to seeing you there. You take care. Goodbye for now.